Hey guys, this is Candace with Astrology, and I'm bringing you your zodiac and horoscope overview for the month of February 2017 for Capricorn and Capricorn rising. I'm back! I'm back, and welcome. This is the first of a series of horoscopes that I'm going to be doing for you guys. I thought instead of giving you just the new moon and the full moon, I'd give you a little bit more and some insight as to what's going on for your monthly overview. So, as always, I encourage you to read your sun and your moon and your ascendant for the month to have a better understanding of what's going on for the month ahead. If you don't know that, do check out a birth chart calculator to find that information out and then watch the videos and see how it applies. If you want to know more about your own personal horoscope or a reading, you may book that at astrology.com with me. Until then, let's get started. I've got my cards here, so if I pick something up psychically or if there's something that needs to come through to expand on, I'm going to tell you what I see. Until then, also, if you want, you can grab a pen and some paper and write down some of these dates, because I'm going to give you kind of the day-by-day sequence of what I'm seeing with some of the major trends and events this month. So the big thing that I want to look at is Venus is entering into Aries, and it's joining Mars, it's joining Uranus. They've already been hanging out there. So Venus leaves dreamy Pisces, and it makes its way now into your fourth house. This is huge. I think the big thing is, with this is we're seeing now you have the opportunity to see a lot of movement in the home. It's meeting up with a couple planets that may suggest that you might be doing some sprucing up, or maybe even some renovations, or there's going to be a lot of people coming in and out of the home. It's certainly going to be a pretty busy month. Secondly, the other thing that I want to say is that it's important that you know this, and by the way, the date is February the 3rd, but it's important that you know this because Mars will be there, Uranus will be there, and we have an impending first Venus retrograde and then a Mercury retrograde that will be happening closer to April. But, Venus will be in and out of this arena until June of 2017. So it's important to realize that this area of your life is just being renovated in itself and kind of opened up and worked on in itself. So when Venus goes retrograde, I think we certainly are more so aware of what we're conscious of creating, of how we feel, of what we're capable of. And with all of those planets being in there, it's showing me that, like I said, you're improving your home, or you're clearing your home, or you're updating something, or there's a lot of activity going on within the family unit. The planetary activity month, this month, you could be doing anything from home and apartment shopping to looking to sell or buy a home. For those of you guys who are settled, you may be doing some decorating and getting ready to have people over. Just movement all month long in and out of there. Now, this energy can sometimes be more confusing for matters of love between, all three of those planets. But I think that in your case, it's all about family love and family time and what you're doing with each other and figuring out the synergy of each other. Mars and Venus can be very passionate, but it can also be very fast-paced. So it's telling us to slow down and take a look at our family relations this month and to pay attention. You may be having to return home also. This is something else I'm noticing, and helping with family or helping with a parent and taking on your share of the duties. We may see this lighten up as early as the end of the month with the impending Pisces eclipse, which I think is going to wrap some of these topics up. But it's also bringing up a whole lot of feels from the past. Now, remember that not everything that is in the past stays there for good. Whatever comes up right now, it's important that it's squashed, be that with family members, be that with what's going on with siblings and things of that nature. The Hermit card. So yeah, I see that as talking about your home or your shell, things that need to come out, that need to be addressed, perhaps maybe even after you've thought about it for a little bit. So take that into consideration. Also, I'm seeing that sometime around the 8th, we're going to see some squares happening. And so this is something that I've noted With outer planets squaring you like the other cardinal signs, it could get complicated. So making your body feel a little bit more tension than you're used to feeling. I'm noticing that this tricky mashup can be bringing up all kinds of emotions that, the physical body could have a difficult time dealing with. I want you guys to just remain calm. Look at it as a situation that could potentially free you both from responsibilities or from expectations from other people. And it's a good time to be able to get a situation under control with others or maybe even with siblings. And when it's over with, you'll be glad that it's over and done with. The dust should settle and things are going to kind of even out a little bit, so to say. Now, Valentine's Day looks a little bit more romantic than usual for you, Capricorn. I think that it appears you should be out and about with a partner, actually, and potentially being a little bit more flashy than you're used to being. Should you decide to give a nice gift, you may want to make a spectacle of it in public and be kind of like showing your partner off, showing them how much you appreciate them. What do I get for this? Okay. Oh yeah, definitely with this card, the 10 of Pentacles. So maybe even spending a little bit on a gift or going above and beyond for your partner. And I think that that's a good idea this month, actually, because you're really kind of able to show all the hard work that you've been doing and take them out and appreciate them and really have a good time. The other thing that I'm noticing here is that, let's see, yeah, doing this may change your mood all month. It may open things up all month for you. My advice to you this month is, although, the topic of home can be chaotic, take time away outside to spend time in nature, and that's to really deal with some of the stuff that's going on with your body. And remember that all work and no play makes you super dull. So consider taking the 12th off. I see that as a really good day to be having a little bit more relaxation than what you're used to with your schedule. Talk's also changing this month. It's leaving your sign of Capricorn, Mercury, and going into Aquarius. So it's putting a highlight on your communications for security and for your finances. You may be doing some research also into the housing market or seeking the help of a professional online. It's important to note that with the change in Mercury and the Sun also in Aquarius, you'll spend the first part of the month budgeting or running numbers, perhaps prior to making some financial moves later in February. Once again, consider seeking the help of a professional for some of these budgeting moves on the 23rd or the 24th, as that's the best 2 days of the month to be getting some professional advice about your financial situations or about your investments. The other thing I'm noting is big news with Leo. Okay, we're going to have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, February the 10th in Leo at 22 degrees. That's a Friday, and it's important for you to really talk to a professional, because this opportunity around the eclipse is bringing up topics of you dealing with debt or you paying things off or other people's money. So you don't want any surprises during this lunar eclipse. Just squash it and get it done, get it taken care of, so that way you're wrapping it up. Now, this is the first of eclipses that we're seeing for some time in Leo, so whatever's going on now and is starting now is kind of setting the financial theme for the next couple years for how you go about buying and lending. It may actually have a tie into what's going on with some of the improvements that you're looking to do on your home. Oh, I got two cards. The Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So yeah, about, moving forward. Maybe you're putting money into your home because you're looking at it as a long-term investment and how it will be improving the overall value. Now, on February 18th, the Sun enters into Pisces, bringing the attention once again to your security, like I said. So it's talking about everything that's going on with negotiating, how you're negotiating your financial situations and making some financial deals. I'm also seeing opportunities for you to be asking for a raise and being able to bring in some more money. Now, watch out for the end of the month. We have one more eclipse, and we also have Mars squaring off with Pluto. Now, on February 22nd, the square starts, and it only happens once every 2 years. Now, the years that we do have the square it will square off twice. So we're going to have another square off that's going to be happening in November of this year, but we don't have to worry about that until November. This basically makes for some rather intense emotional energy, and it certainly can create some hazardous weather situations. So if you're traveling or, you need to be aware this week that we could be seeing some more intense emotions and some more intense weather. This may roll until about February 26th, and when we get to February 26th, we're going to see that we will have a intense solar eclipse that's going to be happening at 8 degrees of Pisces. For you guys, the full moon is loaded with all sorts of stuff. But the big thing for Capricorns to know is just because someone starts a fight, it doesn't mean you have to finish it. Between that and the squares this month, I'm seeing that people may be a little bit more anxious than what you're used to dealing with. And also you may be challenged by authority figures, both at work or in life, as well as some tension that might happen between your siblings. And you may have to do some traveling as a result of dealing with your siblings. Stay calm. Remember that, not everybody is as pragmatic and grounded as you. And because of that, you're going to have to be a little bit more patient. Sometimes you have to sit and listen to what people have to say, let them get it out of their system, and you can gain some perspective here. So even if you don't agree, know that if you allow people to talk and speak their piece this month, you're going to allow for a much easier situation and a lot less drama. Months that we have eclipses, there's generally some drama. The card that I'm pulling for you guys is, the moon. So yeah, I just have this feeling like it may have something to do, I think it's going to have something to do with your home life. I think that you're also going to see it's bringing up the topics of how you're communicating with your family members. And, if you're working with family members on renovations, or if you're working with family members on squaring away some things for your parents or obligations or responsibilities, stay calm, keep your heart open, keep your ears open, be receptive to whatever you learn, and know that once we get out of this eclipse, it's going to be so much better. And the card that I get for the closing for you guys is the Six of Pentacles. So learning to work together, giving and receiving, doing things in a fair way, leading by example, all things that I think that you guys do pretty well to begin with, but you're showing other people how you want to be treated this month. So just be zen, be in your zen place, and do great things. I'm excited to be doing these videos for you guys. As always, I appreciate you watching them. If you'd like to leave comments or questions below, you may do so. And until next month, Capricorn, I will see you guys soon. Enjoy.